Welcome to Set and Forget Traders. Yeah, this is week 26 that we are doing our analysis. We'll run you through all the pairs that's on our watch list. This being the first analysis of this week, we want to check on dollar index so that we can have a broader perspective of what's going to happen in the coming week and where we can position ourselves. So, without further ado, let me just roll up the sleeves and we get into the analysis. This is our demand chart. Yeah, for those who are really quite new on this is our analysis design. We have demand and supply. So this being our chart, we are going to analyze the demand of the institutional order levels so that we know where they're coming in and where they're coming out. So we want to pass an important strategy to all of you, which you will rather find here than anywhere else. So we are going to avoid trading on the zone, and we are going to trade outside of the zone, but we will be bringing price back to the zone. I hope you get that right. We are not going to follow the price. We are going to wait for price outside of the zone, and we are not going to take it out further, but you're going to bring it back into the zone. So in this sense, we have two levels here. We have these pivot zones, which are going to be our entry levels. You can see the previous time on this daily candle, the pivot zone was used to push price back into the zone. The second time we have seen a retest around this level, price is being pushed back into the demand zone. So the median price level is this demand zone here, existing here, and our major interest will be waiting for price either up or below, and that's a guarantee that we will not lose money, because these levels become fresh levels. But trying to push price inside this level, the closing price is 98.784. It's going to be hard enough to make enough profits. So our first target on the daily zone will be this pivot zone, 97.143. If the price continues to go lower past the current level, we are going to bite back at this level, 97.143. And if the price is going to go higher, we are going to wait for it at the next pivot zone. Let me just highlight it for you. We are going to wait for it at the pivot zone 100.274. Yeah, around this level, and that's giving us a bit of 1,000 points and 1,600 points. So I'm going to show you how this candle from Tuesday last week was printed. Yeah, the best place is to wait. You see, this is Monday. Price closed here and Monday went closing down. So if you are trying to be present at the current price level, you're going to lose some bit of money, then make it back, and you're going to make little. But somebody wait for price outside the price level, going to make money regulating price back into the level. Yeah, so that's it. Very simple and very precise. We're going just to wait for price outside, not inside the level. We're going to wait for price outside. If we check on the 4-hour time frame, yeah, you're going to see that the reaction of price, it took profit at the demand zone. You know why? They know that the retailers are here. That's why they're trying to give them a hard time for them to make profits. But when you wait for price outside, yeah, this is going to be our entry level. We wait for price here and we push it back into the demand zone, and that we're going to cover some good pips. And the next level is waiting for price to come into this demand zone. Do you know what happened at the previous reaction of this demand zone? You can have a good look. We even had a fair value gap, but the price went into the next zone, pushed it back. Yeah, that's how money is made. Money is made from fresh zone. Yeah, money is made from fresh zone, guys. So this week they're going to bring price here, but they might push it lower. We might feel sorry for ourselves, and if they push price higher, we'll be happy, but we'll be waiting for price at the next demand zone. Same to here, provided a good liquidity. So I hope you've understood how our strategy is going to run, and you're going to save money. So wait for price below or up. But our sentiment, we are anticipating a price push into the higher side. We are going to see 1600, 1500 points on the loose. Yeah. So let's check the supply chart to see what the sellers are having in mind. Yeah, you remember that level of the demand? Seems to be the most precise level to wait for price. So the best point that the sellers are existing at this current zone is not inside the level but outside the level, so that they can push price back below. So we are hoping to see the price go to 99.788, 99.798, or the main supply level. Yeah, so we as sellers, we are supposed to align ourselves at the next supply zone here. Yeah, so that you can push price back into the supply zone. And if the price comes down and closes inside, means sellers have taken their profit, so we are allowed to go past. I hope you get it. So the best place to buy this market is inside this supply zone. The proximal line is 98.248 and the decimal line is 98.026. Hope you got that right. And don't hurry the price. Just stay back and push price back. Yeah, with all your money, you cannot be able to push price out of the zone, but you can be able to push price back into the zone. Hope you got that right. Gravity is more stronger than the upthrust first. So we are going to check the other confluence of trade, and this showing us that the price tipped on this level and came down. Yeah, the red levels are for the sellers, and the blue candles are for the buyers. So checking here, we anticipate a price pushing back into this level. Yeah, because this was just a work of art that happened here, and we anticipate price to push back up. This is the weekly time frame, so there is going to be a good liquidity. And when we zoom out, the most interesting thing about funds is that they have different kind of views according to the zoom out levels. But when you're zooming out, you're able to see that there is a level here, but when you zoom it in, we're going to see price is above. And you see how many times retest the price has had. There was a fall at exactly this level. So you see how many pips, how many points you could have had. 12,000 points. And again, it tipped and the reaction was 6,700. Do you think the same thing is happening here? Yeah. You might ignore it right now, but mark this tweet. If the price comes below, we're only having it push up to here. And you notice, guys, it's the same level of points that we want it to go up. So it's a 1-1. It's a win-win reaction. But if you wait for price below, it will be a risk of 1 is to 2. But if we wait for price here, you might want to check when we zoom it out, same thing we are holding. So guys, this is the most secretive thing I'm allowing you to see. We're pushing price. We want to push price up. Yeah, the weekly candle seems bullish according to how the previous week has closed. Yeah, it's time for the bull run to come into the market. Yeah, same to the daily candle. The daily candle reflects the liquidity grab at this previous high. Yeah, we were anticipating for our buyers position, and they did it, but they were out of strength and the price came falling down. It retested the same level again, price came down. So we are anticipating at the same retest again to happen. Yeah, and we need to lock it so that we cannot be clocking it every time. Yeah, so you have the gist of what's happening on the market, and we're hoping you're making a better decision. The next confluence Nothing looks similar here. Here we are seeing the weekly time frame about to come back up and push out. Yeah, the liquidity grab here is on this level. Yeah, I'm really skeptical that when the dollar starts to cause chaos, the people will suffer, the retailers will suffer. Yeah, we have this huge liquidity grab on this level, this big liquidity grab. So when the price comes and closes next week just inside this level, something in the kitchen, being prepared. Yeah, you can as well observe it on the daily time frame. All right. Maybe we check on the next. Yeah, supporting buyers. Buyers need to push this price up. Buyers need, because the price is lying on the edge of many confluences. Buyers need to push price above. You can check on this 4-hour candle. There's a precision in alignment of what the buyers need to do. So buyers, you see, trying to give us a good clear view of the buyers' demand levels. A rejection, but price came up and pushed up. So the good thing, price is above. So we're anticipating a more buyers pushing price up and above. Yeah, on this moving average, which allows us to see the trend. You can see last week the candle tipped on the support and closed above. When we are looking at it, when you're looking at this level, you're able to see that the daily candle closed inside. It came back and it tipped again, and guys, that thing happened. There was a very good support here, and you could have gotten a very big reward. A push up, a retest, push out. Yeah, and that's how the week went. So looking at the weekly candle, we expect a retest, and our main target will be this level again. You remember this high? We're going to target it, but the average is reading to be at this level. So we want to push price up into the next level. Yeah, this one is out of zone. We're going to push price into this level. So mark it on your end, and we need a bull run up to that level on 1.209, around that area. So that's it, guys. Stay focused, stay blessed, and watch out for the buyers. They might come out of nowhere and push price up. But first, trade the reaction, don't trade the action. Okay, cheers, guys. And okay, before we hold on a bit, let's check on the calendar of the week. On Monday, we have the Fed Weller speech, the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI, existing home sales, Bowman speech, Goldsby speech, and Kugler speech. That will be the news of the day. On Tuesday, we don't have major news except Fed Chair Powell testifying, William, Collins, and Barr having a talk. On Monday and Tuesday, we have a very interesting talks. On Wednesday, again, we have Fed Chair Powell going to speak again. Fed Chair is going to speak 2 times, Tuesday and Monday. Okay, I'm sorry. He's going to speak on Tuesday and on Wednesday. Yeah, on Thursday, we're having major releases. Jobless claims, durable goods, continuous jobless claims, highlighting the day. Nothing much. I think on Friday is where we're going to see much of the fundamentals. The PCE and the personal income. Yeah, nothing much this coming week except price action being put on the test. Yeah. I hope that is all in order, and if you have anything, just feel free to drop your inquiries on the inbox and we will be glad to serve you. Have a blessed week. Cheers, guys, and may good Lord bless the work of your minds and the work of your hands. Stay focused. Don't let loose the risk management. Cheers.